Welcome Mentor 2.0 students for the class of 2022. I miss you guys an awful lot, but I'm making this video to make sure that you stay healthy and protected. So the Center for Disease Control and Prevention has changed its policy and is now advising everybody, every age, whether or not you have symptoms, to cover your face with a mask or cloth covering. So the virus's ability to spread so easily from one person to the next is why people are being asked to physically distance themselves, which is why you're not in school. So if you might ask, if a person's not coughing or sneezing, how are they spreading the virus? One way is by contact. So the virus lives on the mucous membranes in your throat and nose, and with people touching their faces every 2.5 minutes on average, it's easy to see how the virus gets on your hands and then can spread to doorknobs, surfaces, so like a plastic handle, if you're using public transportation, even if you're using a car and somebody in your family had touched something on the wheel, all kinds of things. So it's easy to spread it. An interesting fact, steel and plastic surfaces can harbor live viruses for 3 days. You can also spread the virus by singing, talking, or yelling, or even breathing. So it spreads pretty quickly. So if you do not have one of these masks, then you need to make one. And if you don't have a bandana, then you will probably also have to make one too. So I'm going to show you how to do one with a shirt. So all you need for this is a shirt and a pair of scissors. And all of you should have that at home. If not, you can go to the dollar store or Walmart. Even though you're not supposed to go anywhere in the first place, this will help you in the future. And I know every single one of you has some type of shirt you do not mind getting rid of. So the first thing that I did was cut off the sleeves of my shirt. So I already did one. I used the green shirt. This one was already used to make my little mask. It's cute. Maybe it's not cute, but it suffices. So if you have baking paper, parchment, or you have some of this foil in your house, you can make a handy dandy little spider mask cutout. So what this is going to do is not necessary. Yes, you can make a mask without having to make a pattern, but it keeps it consistent, and then you don't have to worry about doing it over and over again. You're just going to do it once, and you're going to do it well. So the reason why there are 4 little legs on our spider is so that you are able to tie it up and underneath to protect your nose and your mouth. So both your nose and mouth need to be covered. So after you make your little spider, you're going to put it on top of your shirt. So along where your body, your torso would be, you're going to put it on top of that shirt and you're going to trace it. Once you trace it, you're going to use your scissors to cut it out, in which you will get this little spider pattern. So one thing you want to make sure to do is make sure that your little spider arms are cut long enough so that you're able to tie it around your face upwards like this, and then also backwards like this. So it should be able to sit like this on your face. So another thing you might say is that it is very thin, most of your shirts. Is it really going to protect you? My answer to that is you can cut out some more of the fabric like I did, and you can pin it with these pins that I found at the dollar store for literally 80 cents when I was checking out. Or you can use bobby pins to pin it in. You could probably use tape. You could use a hot glue gun. It doesn't mean to be pretty, it just needs to be functional. So you pin in the extra fabric like I did here, and then that way you can go ahead and reuse your mask. So again, you're going to want to do it up like this and under like this. You can say not too shabby, Ms. K. I know, it's so cool. So I'm sure you have nothing better to do with your time, And I really think it's important. Make it for you, make some for your siblings. You can make some for your parents or your grandparents or whoever. Especially they're advising groups of lower than 10 people. In fact, you really shouldn't be seeing anybody outside your immediate family, which means the people who live in your address with you. So in my house, it's my fiance and I, and we are the only people who should be seeing each other. However, I know that that's hard to do. With a holiday coming up, it might be even harder for you guys, but it's really important if you're getting groceries that you wear your little handy dandy mask. All right, I miss you all, I love you, and I hope that we will be able to see each other soon. Bye!